Good morning, I'm Taylor Martin, and this is your News 12 FastCast. Officers in Arizona got a call for shots fired at Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport last night. This just as airports across the country brace for another wave of holiday travel. Authorities say there are 4 victims, 1 woman shot and in critical condition, 2 men shot and in stable condition, and 1 man stabbed and also stable. A police sergeant says it happened at a terminal restaurant right outside the security perimeter. Right now, they suspect the shots stemmed from a family dispute. It's because officers believe all the people involved knew each other. Authorities say they detained at least 1 person and no charges have been filed yet. Here at home, Augusta Fire had to respond to a blaze on Christmas Day. This is when they went to Broad Street last night. The fire department says no one was inside the building and they don't have any injuries to report. Red Cross volunteers will help a family whose home was damaged in a separate fire. The organization says it happened yesterday afternoon on Goodman Road in Jackson. They'll give 2 people financial assistance for food, clothes, and shelter. The Red Cross says there's a 30% increase in home fires once we hit the colder months. That's why they want to remind you about safety with your holiday decorations. If you use candles, keep them away from your kids and pets, and anything that could burn, don't leave them unattended either. If you have an artificial tree, make sure there's a fire-resistant label attached. You'll still have to keep them away from fireplaces and other sources of heat. And don't light the fireplace if you have stockings or other decorations on the mantle. You can check out other safety tips on WRDW.com. Search for the story about the Red Cross helping this recent family. We hope to learn more about a crash where a helicopter airlifted 1 person to the hospital. We learned from Wilkes County Emergency Services it happened in Tolliver County on Tuesday right at mile marker 152 on I-20. Officials say the crash involved just 1 car and the driver was ejected. There's no word on their condition today. And don't forget, Augusta water customers will see a rate increase next week. The city says it'll go up to 4.5% to address rising operational costs and infrastructure upgrades. Leaders say for the average customer who uses 5,000 gallons of water per month, this change means you'll see about a $2.23 increase each month. This goes into effect on New Year's Day. You can now run or walk along the entire North Augusta Greenway. Hurricane Helene did a number on the popular trail, which closed down for months. North Augusta Mayor Britton Williams expected it to open up in January. Now he says thanks to R&R Tree Service, the job is complete. He says having the Greenway back is like getting to some form of normalcy again.
Psychologically and physically for citizens to know I can get on that Greenway, because that's very therapeutic for us. And I think that is the #1 thing that is showing, hey, we're getting some normalcy back in our lives.
The mayor says there are 2 separate companies working on the roads and cleaning up the parks next. There's a lot to be done, so he's asking the community to stay patient and positive. The Greenway is not the only trail back in business. Hitchcock Woods reopened as well. Debris from Helene had it closed since late September, but now we see signs outside that welcome back visitors to 70 miles of trails. It's a popular spot for horse riders or to walk your dog. And just remember, this is how some Helene recovery leaders are taking a break around the holidays. FEMA says that their South Carolina disaster recovery centers are closed today and tomorrow. They'll also be closed on New Year's Day. The Georgia centers are also closed today and then again on New Year's Eve to January 2nd. The city of Augusta stopped debris collection for now, and it'll pick up again on January 3rd. With Aiken County growing at a rapid rate, a piece of it comes from North Augusta. You may have noticed this new building under construction across the street from the municipal building. That's Beacon Bluff. The director of development at Palmetto Peach Development says they've got 2 retail spaces, 3 restaurants, and other offices included in the project. Brick by brick, he shared what's next for the vision.
We're looking at being done with Beacon Bluff in about 2 months or so. We're about to wrap up the shell. Then we'll begin work on the courtyard. Tenants will begin their upfits, and I think around Masters time, we'll start to have businesses open in this community.
He says the goal is to make this spot a landmark in the community, not just a destination. The plan is for Beacon Bluff to be ready next spring. Just a heads up from the Valley Public Service Authority in Gloverville, a boil water advisory is in effect for some of their customers. The general manager says this is for unforeseen system repairs. This impacts people on Anthony, Lee, Daly, Kathy, Eden, Hampton, Glen, and Flint drives. This also includes those who live on Ivan Street. Boil your water for a minute before you cook with it or drink it. Plus, make sure to throw out any ice you made before the advisory went into effect. A draft of meeting minutes points to a big shakeup in Blythe's police force. It shows Leondis Dixon resigned as police chief last week. The town council accepted his resignation letter and told him he would be paid through his last day, which is tomorrow. Those documents also show 2 officers were asked to collect their equipment before they were released from duty. There's no word yet on why. For now, the council named Dwayne Flowers as the interim police chief. Authorities in Orangeburg County are looking for a missing teen. Deputies say 15-year-old Cage Tucker was last seen on Navy Drive Monday. They believe he has on a red jacket, red pants, and green and white sneakers. Call 803-534-3550 if you know where he is. We're going to send things over now to First Alert meteorologist Mikhail Hannah-Harding.
Well, thank you for those updates, Taylor. We are talking about weather also making a change here from yesterday to today. We're looking at what we call the wedge starting to set up some more of an unsettled pattern that promotes cloudier conditions. Also some better rainfall chances as we head into the weekend, especially, but also for today and tomorrow. Not going to rule out an isolated shower out there. For your morning and bike ride forecast, it'll be chilly. We're looking at temps in the 40s by about 10 a.m. High temperatures for today in those 50s across the area, low 50s, but upper 40s also could be a real possibility because of that cloud cover. So it definitely stays a lot cooler than what it was for yesterday. And by tonight, we'll see those temperatures in the 40s. So definitely staying on the chillier side. As far as rainfall, the next 5 days, you can see those rain chances do begin to tick up as we head towards the weekend. So Saturday and Sunday looking like some of our wetter days out of the next 5. So definitely want to keep that rain gear nearby for the weekend. But today, a low chance of a passing shower. Temperatures very chilly. And as we do continue towards your Friday, we are looking at those cloud cover, the cloud cover staying very widespread across the area, but those rain chances also sticking around as well. Higher rain chances, though, by the weekend, temperatures near 70. We're in the upper 60s all the way through next Tuesday, which is New Year's Eve.